Prime Minister not happy with underperforming MPs, more rain expected across the island, and 17-year-old charged for double murder, man shot dead in Manchester. This is Undiluted News, Mikey Bones reporting. Jamaica is again expected to see increased rainfall as a slow-moving tropical wave moves across the island today. The Met Service says projections are for cloudy conditions with periods of showers and thunderstorm, which may be heavy at times to affect sections of most parishes, especially southern and northeastern parishes. Fishermen and other marine interests, especially those inshore and offshore, the south coast should exercise extreme caution as sea conditions will deteriorate. Last week, Jamaica had the same from a tropical depression which caused mass flooding in most parishes, with roads becoming impassable and some homes and business flooded out. Actually, some videos I saw were showing small rowboats traveling on the roadway. The agriculture minister also said that the tropical storm last week caused $621 million worth of crop damage. Jamaica Labour Party leader and Prime Minister Andrew Holness has taken a swipe at the members of parliament within his party, accusing them of underperforming and putting the party's chances at the next poll in jeopardy. Speaking at a party meeting in Northwest St. Ann on the weekend, Mr. Holness said he is concerned about the results of a recent internal poll on the performance of JLP MPs across the island. Mr. Holness said the results were not encouraging. Prime Minister also said it will take at least $1 billion to fully incorporate the use of body-worn cameras by members of the security forces. He adds that the government is fully committed to the deployment of the device. Mr. Holness disclosed that the government is procuring additional cameras at a cost of more than $200 million. And that is going to be a total waste of taxpayers' money, as the police will not be wearing them, especially since they have gone back to the days of the 70s and the 80s with their shootings of bad men, armed or unarmed. And just last week, the Security Minister, Dr. Horace Chang, said that body-worn camera is of very little value to the police whenever they are on duty in combat mode. Following Monday's attack on Spirit Airlines Flight 951 while landing at the Toussaint Louverture International Airport, all U.S.-based carriers, including American Airlines out of Miami International Airport, have now canceled flights to Port-au-Prince in Haiti. The U.S. Embassy in Port-au-Prince said it was aware of gang-led efforts to block travel to and from Port-au-Prince, which could include armed violence and disruptions on roads, ports, and airport. The U.S. Embassy, meantime, also confirmed the temporary suspension of operations at the Toussaint Louverture International Airport. JetBlue Airlines announced late on Monday that it will suspend all flights to and from Haiti through to December 2nd. An illegal firearm was found in a pile of rubbish on Greenwich Park Road in Kingston 5 on Monday. The weapon, a black 9mm pistol, was found by police during a snap raid at premises in the community. No one was arrested in connection with that seizure. And reports are that between 11 a.m. and 12:30 p.m., members of the Kingston Western Proactive Intelligence Unit and the Divisional Intelligence Unit, the DIU, conducted a raid in the community. And during the raid, the police found a weapon covered with garbage under an old washing sink, and it had a magazine containing 3 9mm cartridges. The weapon and ammunition were seized and then taken to the Darling Street police station. The Kingston Western Police have now laid charges against a 17-year-old student in connection with a double murder which is committed in the division last month. The teenager was charged on Monday after being questioned by detectives. He has been charged with 2 counts of murder, possession of a prohibited weapon, and unauthorized possession of ammunition. Investigators said that the victim's 23-year-old General Mitchell, otherwise called Dante, an employee of Overseas Examinations Commission, and 21-year-old Donald Walters Jr. were gunned down along North Street on October 22nd. And it's reported that about 7:50 a.m., the victims were walking along North Street in the vicinity of Orange Street when they were shot by 2 men, including the 17-year-old. And they were taken to hospital where they were both pronounced dead. A man was shot dead while walking towards his Clarkstown home in Porus, Manchester on Monday night. The deceased was identified by residents as Shamik Stevens, otherwise called Ghost or Brown Man. Residents said at about 9:40 p.m. they heard loud explosions and found Stevens' body in a pool of blood with a gunshot wound to the head. Residents theorized that Stevens was walking home when he was attacked and shot less than 150 meters from his house, and his death makes 44 persons murdered in Manchester since the start of the year. and Manchester was once the toughest place in Jamaica where mostly upper-class Jamaicans and returning residents live. Now it is just like anywhere else when it comes to crime. Prime Minister and Security Minister, are you listening? On to schoolboy football, Glenmore became the first team to qualify for the semi-finals after a 4-1 demolition of McGrath. Glenmore now have 6 points from 2 games and still have another match to go. The Monroe College Garvey Massey clash will take place today. Both teams have 1 point each. Other games on today will see Frome clash with St. Elizabeth Tech, and this is a must-win game for Frome, and they actually have the shooting skills necessary to put away Stets. In the third matchup, Central will lock horns with Ocherias. Both teams have 1 point apiece. And in Manning Cup action, yesterday it was a day of upset as Tivoli, who were beaten 5-0 by Kingston College, whipped champion team Mona 3-1. And this was not expected and has now sent shockwaves throughout the competition. Tivoli now with a very well-deserved 3 points can reach the semi-final depending on how their final games turn out. In another shock victory, Jamaica College, who have played mediocre all season, put a shock 3-0 beating on Kingston College. Kingston College has played excellent football all season, beating everyone in their path, and now to be humiliated by JC must be a catastrophic shock to their supporters. So this zone has got real interesting with Jamaica College lead with 4 points from 2 games. Kingston College and Tivoli both have 3 points apiece while Mona have 1 point. Mona will clash with Kingston College next, and both need a win to stand a chance and hope that JC can knock Tivoli out. If Tivoli draws and KC win, both will end up 4 points, while if Tivoli win and KC win, JC and KC will end up with 4 points each, and goal difference will decide who goes through. Now, if Mona beat KC, then Mona will also end with 4 points, and that goal difference could decide who goes through. So that's a very interesting round. Campion College also did the unexpected beating Excelsior 2-0 to earn 3 points and jump into second place behind Heidel, who have 4 points after they did a 2-0 beating of St. Catherine. Excelsior, who drew their first game, now sitting last on 1 point. And if you missed the news on this radio station, please go to YouTube, type in Jamerican Undiluted News, listen, like, share, and subscribe to keep it going. That's news and sports on your favorite radio station. My name is Mikey Bones. I gone.